Alright, even though I can't find my previous GoPro, and now that I have my new one, I can update. I haven't been idle, so I've removed the dash and the old tub, all the components, steering column. So I pulled out the steering column first, then the dash. Now I'm going to do the heater box and then the wiring, and then the wiring will be the first that goes on the new tub: the heater box, dash, steering column, and all the components. So in that order. I wish I would have had a camera on a lot of this, because there's a lot of like connections, like this right here goes to the door buttons, even though I want to say, oh no, it's still got the fuse in there. But when you have the doors off, it's easier just to pull this fuse. I believe it's this one, this 20 amp fuse. You pull that and it won't sound an alarm, or the lights won't stay on. But there's a lot of like little connections. This just needed to be detached. This is a connection to the heater box, to the controls. I went ahead and left all of this together as much as possible. And then on the other side, you've got your steering column, everything that connects to the steering column, and there's a couple other connections on it. Something I've already done, and don't mind these up here, just set them up here, but I've already removed the windshield wiper motor and everything and put them in the new tub. This tub came with one, but I decided to go ahead and use the one on the old tub because we know this one works. So I don't know anything about the other one. We could have put it in. It's not a hard switch if it didn't work, but still, it's the same reason why we're putting the old heater box in here. It's because we know everything works on it. So, and then I moved this piece over. I don't even know what this piece is called, but all right. So in addition to the shop, I don't know what my camera was doing. It wouldn't show me anything on the display, but it was recording just fine. So another addition to my shop is I've got this crane in here now. I do need to get the piece that goes in the center. Much safer than the scaffolding I was using before to lift the tub and lower and all that. So I think it's going to be an awesome addition to the shop, and I can move it around. It's on casters, and I haven't played with it too much, mainly because I still need to get that piece. For whatever reason, I thought it came with that piece. For as much money as it was, it should have, but you know, the piece that I need is like just $100. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that, and then I can put my chain system on it, and then I can lift my tub any which way I want, move it around wherever I want. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. No changes on the chassis over there. We're probably not going to touch that till we actually find a frame. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm going to continue taking stuff off the old tub. Right now I'm going to go ahead and do the heater box, get that moved over, and then keep going, because I need to get this out of here. It's with the trailer and everything, it's taking up way too much room in the shop. So I need some open space here, just in case I need to bring a vehicle in for an oil change or something that needs a quick fix, like that coil pack. I want to install that on the Cherokee, see if that's the issue without tearing it apart. If it doesn't fix the issue, then it's probably, I don't know what it is. Thing's old, but And then in a little bit, actually I may do a different video, a shorter video. I did get a new frame, so I might actually post that video before this, so if I mention it. I went all the way up to Lake City, Michigan, which I wouldn't expect to get a frame in this condition, honestly. The right-hand drive frame that we got that we can't use right now down in West Virginia, this frame that I got up there, like, it's almost off the assembly line perfect. And I'll tell you the story about that, and I'm real excited about that. I got it for axle deep, but we're having such a hard time finding a frame for this one that I'm thinking of getting an 03 to 06 frame for it, and just there's a few things we'll have to do different, and I'm gonna have to research it. I want to say off the top of my head, the plate that I forget what it's called off the top of my head. The plate that the transmission, here, let's go over to this and I'll show you. So I've seen some comments on it, but I'm gonna do some more research behind it. But this plate right here changed from this year, which is probably 97 to 02. So 03 to 06, they did a little bit different frame, and from what I can gather, as long as we use the new frame, I said frame, but as long as we can get the new plate and use the new plate with this system, I don't see any reason why we can't do that. The other thing I'm finding that could be changed is the steering box is different. Now that's just a comment that somebody mentioned of changing the frames over. So yeah, all this because I think the motor mounts wore out. That's what I think happened, but the shop wouldn't work on it because the frame's too bad. I mean, look, you can see, yeah, not good. It'd probably last another year or two, but anyways, I'm rambling now. But yeah, I'm considering on getting an 03 to 06 frame because they're kind of abundant right now. Not sure why the older frame is so rare, but it might be just a matter of time, honestly. Just might be a matter of time, because sometimes, like, I've seen the frames, older frames on Facebook Marketplace, but just knowing our luck, we're just not getting that right now. So anyways, I'm rambling way too long with this video. Let's get started on getting this heater box out. All right, we got the heater box out. Came into one problem, and I accidentally, well, I mean, this stuff is old, so I broke off this piece right here. Couldn't get it. I had to hit it with a hammer to get it off. I don't know where it went, but what happened is it was rusted enough that it spun. Let me show you on the newer one. It's too bad we don't know if this works or not. You just switch it to this one, but this is what I had an issue with. So this was rusted enough to where the nut wouldn't come off, and it stripped inside here. So pulling it off, I had to pound it off and break it off, unfortunately. Another issue I ran into, and it was more for, I forgot about it, is there's actually two nuts on this bottom one right here. One holds the heater box in, and the other one holds the drain. I already put it on the new tub, but this drain right here, so one goes up underneath and then a second nut goes on top, and I was thinking that it was all just one nut, and it probably could be, but for whatever reason they decided to put two nuts there. So, but that's cool. That heater box is out. I got radiator fluid all over me, but let's continue with the wiring now. So the only thing that's left is the wiring, and I believe that's an airbag system controller. So we'll get that moved over, and then all the pedals moved over, and what is that called, the master cylinder? But the brake system needs to be moved over, but that's going to be as part of the brake pedal there. But other than that, I think we can go ahead and start switching over. We'll get this removed. Probably won't disconnect it. And then, so a lot of times you leave stuff on, like, well, most places cut this right here. We got one laying around here that came off of the new tub that they just cut that off. And I really wish, and you've heard me say it before, that they wouldn't cut the wiring systems in these and just try to sell it. If there's nothing wrong, if there's all kinds of problems in it, then by all means don't sell it, but still, you know. The wiring system in this is going to be a chore, because it goes all the way from pretty much the tail lights all the way to the front, to over here where I got the fuse box in here. So all this wiring from that side and this side, I believe it's all connected. So it's just a matter of, yeah, it's going to be probably a pain, but we'll make it happen. Thankfully on Axle Deep, I'm not going to have to do this unless I decide to get a new tub for it. But that's not in the plans right now. So my plans for Axle Deep is just to repair the torque boxes, because that's the main thing wrong with that tub. I mean, it's got a few holes and stuff for rust issues, but yeah. All right, so let's continue this, and it looks like that just goes right up underneath. So a lot of it is just, I'm going to leave it in place, but I'm going to disconnect it from the tub, so that way I know where it goes to. And I may need Jillian's help in moving it over properly, because I don't know, just, yeah, so we'll see. But let's get this going.